What is it like getting older and gaining vision problems or having terrible reflexes? According to Pew, more than 60 million elderly people will be driving on the roads without restrictions in most states. Due to many accidents caused by elderly people, driving suspension at a certain age should be a law in the United States. To begin this speech, hearing impairment, vision impairment, and health conditions have been hot topics when it comes to elderly driving. As spoken for, when people age, many changes start to happen to the body. Hearing impairment is a main change that happens to people as they age. It is quite uncommon for someone over the age of 65 to live without any distortions to their hearing. A distortion to hearing causes someone to lose a portion of their hearing, making it harder for them to hear sirens, horns, construction noises, and the screeching of tires, according to caring.com. This affects driving significantly, because if you are unable to hear what is going on around you, it is very likely that an accident could happen. With a new driving test after the age of 65, it would be known whether someone is eligible to drive or not. Another change that the elderly experience is vision impairment. Many people struggle with blindness, but many elderly people start to lose their vision more as they age. Vision is the most important necessity while driving. Therefore, not being able to see causes unexpected accidents with drivers who are already aware of their surroundings. Based on information found, according to Driver's Alert, 90% of driving involves vision. A study has been shown that 1 in 5 drivers suffer from a vision defect that can affect their driving performances. Understanding that people get their regular vision checkups after the age of 65, vision tends to worsen unexpectedly. Therefore, retaking the driving test to inspect the abilities would decrease the risk of deaths due to accidents. The final thought connected to elderly driving involves health conditions. Again, as people get older, they tend to be diagnosed with many conditions like dementia, epilepsy, and cataracts, which affect the ability to drive safely. A lot of conditions are known to affect memory, vision, thinking skills, muscle movement, and can even cause seizures, according to SafeWise. All of these make it harder for driving to happen safely. Understanding that driving is the only escape factor for elderly to enjoy the outdoors, gain independence, and visit family, it is dangerous for the other drivers on the road that are at risk, according to after55.com. Therefore, people over the age of 65 should not have their license revoked, but it should be mandatory that a license is suspended at a certain age until they are allowed to retake the driving portion of the exam. As an alternative to retaking the test, elderly should be required to have updated exams, including eye exams, that are able to be submitted and put on file. With these restrictions, less accidents would happen, and the elderly would no longer be at risk of dying in a car accident, as elderly are more at risk. I would like to finish with a quote by Joel A. Baker. "Vision without action is merely a dream. Action without vision just passes the time. Vision with action can change the world." Thank you.
So one question I have is, when you stated with a new driving test after the age of 65, what exactly do you think the driving test should consist of? And do you think that driving tests should consist of more content than a typical driving test?
I do believe that it should be the same as just a normal driving test. But the problem with that is the fact that driving tests are different in many states. So I do believe that they should be made to do parallel parking, obviously, K-turns. They should be able to stop at lights, stop signs, maybe drive on highways, just to make sure that they're noticing colors, vision, stop signs, other cars, and everything like that.
My second question is, if elderly people have trouble driving at night with headlights because of them being a distraction to their eyes or their vision, do you think it is a good it is a good idea to give them a curfew and only have them driving through the day?
If they do have distractions because of lights, I do believe so. I mean, a lot of people do suffer from the lights blinding them, so if it is a problem, I do believe that they should have restrictions at certain times.
And my last question, so you stated in your last paragraph that there should be an alternative to taking the exam. Do you think that following through with only exams from the doctors could tell if the elderly are fit enough to drive still?
I believe that driving one-on-one with another person shows more about how they drive and how well they drive. Therefore, I believe the exams are not as updated as what... Therefore, I believe that the exams don't tell how well a person can drive unless they're actually driving.